Everybody, ASAP here to give you a video on how to play modern M Bison. If you could like and subscribe, it really helps me out. Now, your game plan with M Bison is very simple. You have a bomb mechanic, so what you mainly want to do is plant your bomb on your opponent. After a certain amount of time, the bomb will go off and you can get some more follow-up with it. Now, there's plenty of setups you can do with the bomb, which I will get into later, but that's mainly your game plan. You want to play patient, you want to get in, plant your bomb, and then keep your pressure on while you keep the bomb on. And the bomb really does damage to the drive gauge also, so you mainly want to just pick and choose when you want to go in and get your damage. And when you get your damage, you get a lot of damage. All right, your buttons. You got some really good buttons. Good standing light punch. Good crouching light punch, which is 4 frames. So you mainly want to do something like crouching light punch into that. Crouching light punch into that. You got a good medium. You can use this at pokes. And on top of that, if they decide to block, look at the pushback. So don't be afraid to throw this out in neutral. It's a really good medium kick. You got a good crouch medium kick. And mainly what you want to do this into that or into that or into that. You got a really good crouching medium. You can confirm your combos into it. Good standing medium. You can use that as your poking tool. And then you got a good standing heavy. You mainly want to use this as a distance. You see somebody like whipping buttons, you want to mainly use that as to punish them. But other than that, you ain't gonna really throw this move out too much, because this is way too slow. But you can throw it out, but just be careful picking and choosing when to throw it out. You got a good auto 3, only 8 frames. It goes forward a little bit. It's pretty good button, so you can mainly use this to get some pokes in. Of course, you got a good auto 2, which is, look at this distance. It's gonna be really hard to punish that, so you'll be good throwing this move out. You got a decent sweep, but you mainly want to do this like at max distance, like around here. That way it'll be very hard for them to punish. But it's okay throwing this out at max distance. Just do not throw this out this close. Always try to be at max distance when you got to throw a sweep out. And auto 1 is pretty decent. Your auto 2, on the other hand, you need to be very careful. And I mean be very careful throwing out your auto 2. Because your auto 2 will leave you so vulnerable. It's happened to me so many times. So you're better off pressing this one time or just choosing to do auto 3. Because auto 3 won't do it, but auto 2. So please be careful doing your auto 2. Just try to do auto 3 or tap auto 2 once, because you will get punished just doing this willy-nilly. You will get punished doing that. All right, your specials. You got a neutral special, which is your bomb plan, which is mainly your game plan. So you want to mainly do this move often into your combos. Your back special, which is charge. That'll be your Psycho Crusher. You gotta be careful throwing this move out because you can get very punish heavy on that. So be careful throwing out Psycho Crusher. If you want to throw it out, throw out the EX version so that way you can at least block and be a little safe. Your down charge is a jump. Now the good thing about this jump is it comes at a different angle. You can do this into that, and that's +5, or you can do this into the stomp. Now the stomp is negative, so you need to like kind of use that like as a get out of tool, move far away. Or you can just do stomp into the air attack and you're +3. Now you got to do this. I'll show you in that bomb setup, but this is really good to kind of just catch your opponent off guard, just to kind of get close the distance on them and do stuff like that. It's a really good move. All right, your forward special, it's a double knee press or bicycle kick, whatever you want to call it. This move is pretty good. Now, If your opponent hasn't labbed how to punish this, I would recommend just throwing it out. Because you're going to see that's online. I do this online too. Because it's kind of hard to punish that with that pushback. You see how far it's pushed back? It's really hard to punish that. So if they haven't labbed with buttons to punish this, feel free to just throw this move out. Feel free to just throw it out. It's a really good move. And on top of that, if they're not blocking, you can just loop this into that. Your double knee press is what you're going to use to continue your offense. You're just either going to double knee press into a grab, or you're going to double knee press into a button to continue your pressure. And it's just so good. Right? After a double knee press and they're still not pressing, or they're still matching, you plant your bomb and let me see. You plant your bomb and you go to that. Keep your pressure. It's just a really good thing to do. All right. I think that's all the specials. Let's go into your bomb setups. Now, I'm going to show you some bomb setups. Hopefully this helps you out. This is what I've mainly been doing. After I set the bomb, I'm holding down and I'm either doing the stomp in front of them, or I'm doing this, empty jump into a grab, and I'm hitting them with that. It just, I'm coming from the air when I do my bomb. Or sometimes I'll Psycho Crusher in. It's just whatever you decide to do. Like if I know they're gonna mash, I'm gonna do something like this. And then bam, back to square two. See? That's just mainly the sequence. Like once you put that bomb pressure on, they're gonna panic and you just continue devouring them. Now, I showed you the Psycho Crusher bomb setup. There is one huge problem you need to be aware of. For some reason, you know, if you get very, very predictable, they will start DIing that. So you need to be careful. They will be looking for a Psycho Crusher to DI. So to kind of make it safe, you will have to spend some meter. That's the only way. That's the only way you can kind of do something. But you still got counter to it, but you got to spend a bar if you want to at least do something with it. But there's a good chance if you get too predictable, they're just going to start DIing. But if they don't DI, and they just block, it's really good. See, you can continue your block, continue that, continue your pressure. It's just so good. Like once you put your bomb on, you got to keep the pressure on, but you got to not be predictable with it. You got to stay close and try not to get hit so that way your bomb go off. It's better to set the bomb off versus than getting hit and you get no value from it at all. So if you set the bomb and you want it to go off, just hit it with that move or oh crap, I didn't put it on block. See, you're still plus. So you get a lot of benefit if they're blocking. Just set the bomb off, make your move safe, and continue your turn. It's just such a good turn stealer. All right, and this is your drive rush setups. You need to do some drive rush setups, but you got to be careful because you do have an overhead. Don't get me wrong, your overhead is pretty good, but it is kind of slow. It's not like Rashid's. There's a good chance they can just mash and hit you out of it. See? See, we are trading there. So you got to be careful. You got to be very careful. But I recommend just simply drive rush into that. Drive rush into your auto 3. And if they block the first hit, you can still do the overhead after. So I recommend drive rushing into that or drive rushing into your back knee. even if you do trade, you're still plus. So drive rush into your back knee is good. Drive rush into your auto 3 is really good. Those are the 2 drive rush buttons you're gonna do all the time. It's such a good button, because even if they block, where is it at? Even if they block, you are +5. You got all the time in the world. So mainly what you want to do after the block, you want to do something like after a shimmy, punish it. You mainly want to do something like that. Punish the shimmy, go or get a grab in. Or if they start respecting it, then you just simply, you gotta be careful because you are +5. But you simply do it again, grab, shimmy. It's just the game plan from there. So drive rush, back heavy, drive rush, auto 3. Those are your two. Those are your 2 drive rush buttons. And in the corner, you can just simply do the overhead, which is I do the overhead, and then I'll go into the ankle, go into the grab, or I'll drive rush, back heavy, back into it. You see the game plan. It's not really that hard. It's really not that hard. All right, that's all the drive rush setups I got. You got a good anti-air. Crap. You got a good anti-air. Your anti-air is down heavy. We do not have a DP, so we got to down heavy our opponent, and it's pretty consistent. Even if you do it like a little late, it's still pretty consistent. See, it traded there. And on top of that, you can combo after getting an anti-air. So after you get an anti-air, I always try to do the medium version. The heavy version miss and the light version just whiffs completely. So do the medium version of that whenever you anti-air. Sometimes it comes out, but if you hit it just right, it'll come out. All right, and that's really it. This is ASAP Dream. This is how to play Modern and Bison. Please like and subscribe, and have a good day.